Hello guys, I have conquered my first terrifying difficult tower in EToH. I'll show you my grinding experience in this video. Let's get into it. Chapter 1, The Beginning. Many people say that the first 3 floors are the hardest ones. However, I would say that there are a couple harder floors than floor 1. Getting to floor 2 wasn't that difficult, however passing it was an alternative story. It starts off with some pretty simple parts. After passing some parts, it gets harder. There were a lot of tight squeezes and tough wraparounds. I sometimes change strategies to make some jumps more consistent. I would get more consistent with the first floors, however I would still fail them sometimes. High floor 2 was a choke point for me at first. However, it became easier for me while my skill was rising. If you enjoy this video, you can like and subscribe. It would help me a lot, thank you. This is a moment when I reached floor 3 and 2 AR for the first time. Floor 3 was the hardest floor for me. It would be surreal if I'd flick it. I was supposed to jump there. After some floor 3 attempts, I would get really far. Completing 2 AR might be equivalent to beating an insane or extreme demon in a meta dash. However, everyone has different skill on both games. I passed this part where if you fall, you get sent back to the start of floor 3. This attempt I got really far. I would fail this jump, which was kind of stupid.
Why? No.
Chapter 2, Improvement. After a lot of floor 3 fails, I would get to floor 4. Was where the last floor 3 jumps. If you rush them, you might do a terrible mistake. Well, I got to floor 4. However, I had her decline my jump. At the same attempt, I came back to floor 4. This floor has a couple of painfully catastrophic jumps. Even though some of the jumps are pretty easy to land for me. However, this jump needs super precise movement with momentum. I would pass it with first floor 4 attempts. Even though I'd fail an easier wraparound. On the next floor 4 attempt, I would pass my PB. I had some chances to pass floor 4.
No, I'm so stupid. No.
I didn't know, cause I forgot to press face off looking off at Russ. After that, I accidentally would misclick and open up with PS Office. After a bit of floor 4 fails and one stupid floor 5 fail, where I would somehow touch a head editor, I would get to floor 6. I like this tower a lot and it's extremely fun to play. However, fails can make us feel sad sometimes. I was destined and disciplined to beat it cause I loved it. Floor 5 is a really easy floor for a terrifying tower, like this one after all. I was happy that I got to floor 6, it was awesome. I'd fail floor 6 because of atrocious physics. After passing that part, I tried my best to get to floor 7. Floor 6 isn't that hard, it's similar to floor 5's difficulty, just a bit harder. Even though they are harder than average tower bloodthirsty Kino's floor's difficulty. Some stuff left to pass to reach floor 7. This is floor 7, it has a pretty difficult and safe part. This part isn't that punishing and that hard though, only one jump I would say. I got to a netted floor 7 part. After this part there will be a really punishing one. It wasn't too hard to pass this part, but I failed it. I passed through spinner long jumps, I was stressed out. I would fail this. Even though I would get to this part again with same attempt. I thought that I could have beaten 2AR this attempt. However, this jump made me descend. It all would come down to a point where I spent more than an hour on some of my attempts. This is one of the attempts I could have passed floor 7 and reached floor 8. Some fails can learn you a lesson. Like this one, but I needed to practice more.
Oh my god.
I practice this tower to be more consistent at it. Sometimes grinding hours can turn into days, weeks, months, and years. This tower took me to do less than 3 weeks though. I was in practicing in between my rounds sometimes. I would conquer floor 7, floor 8 wasn't any easier. Chapter 3, the last stretch. Some people might think that a teenager like me wouldn't do this. However, I'm pushing my skill ceiling. I was disciplined to do this. I knew I could have done it. Might sacrifice. I would pass my PB on our attempt. I used that ledge grab strategy for his jump. I was locked in. I might be better than 99% of players in hobbies, even though I'm not close to being a top hobbyist. It's almost impossible for most Roblox players to reach this skill, because we are interested into our stuff, I'd say. 4-9, no way. 4-9, no way. I was sure that I could have passed 4-9. But 410 is free if you don't die to an insta-kill.
Oh my god, there's an insta. This controller? Bro, you're like wiggling.
You don't know what game player, you don't see it, so that's the thing.
Oh, okay.
You got saved on the net, so that's not bad.
Yeah. I thought you would fall.
Yeah. Lock him, bro. I was getting closer to floor 10. However, I touched a spinner teleporter that sends me back to a floor 9's net. Oh my god, I'm serious. I would quickly come back to the spot and do it. I passed floor 9. Those pink spinning neon parts are what insta-kills. I was on a 144 minutes or 2 hour and 24 minute run. It took me about 30 hours to reach this point. I was ready to beat it. I went from TOBK to TOAR. All the way to this moment. This teleporter is extremely useful. I was more than a half of a floor down. I got to the last jumps of floor 10. Could I do it though? I was pushing 3 hours on this attempt. Yo, GG.
Oh my god. What?
Oh my god, GG. Yo, no way.
Oh my god. Wait, what happened with the spectate thing? Oh my
Yo,
god.
let's go. Let's go, I beat it.
Yo.
Bye bye guys and see you later.